There are several hidden thieves who steal our dreams. In confronting thieves, you need a strong shield. Who are the thieves and what shield will we confront them with? We will learn about them in this video, and among our viewers are those who like to share information with us. So write to us in the comments so that we can come up with sufficient content and information about this topic now, so that we can get to know them. These thieves, we start with doubt, fear, anxiety, and tension. They are just enough to make you stand in the same place, circling around yourself like a whirlpool. There is no progress in your life that makes you afraid to move here or there, so let us take a moment to look at these qualities. Scientists have become scientists because they thought outside the box. If we consider the life we live and the education we learn, for example, like the box, they did not look inside the box or did not search inside the box, but rather they explored through science what was in the box. They created their own laboratories, took tools that might help them from inside the box, and invented new things that did not exist. They created and produced what no one had reached. Whether they were afraid or worried, it is impossible for them to contemplate and innovate. Here is positive thinking, their mental abilities, their positive spirit, and their awareness of what they practice changes the way they think and their outlook on life. On the other hand, negative thoughts steal our dreams and our willpower. In the face of thieves, you need a strong shield, which is positive thinking, which is the strength of your will and your strong personal philosophy in facing challenges and overcoming difficulties. What if you fail here? Failure begins here. Doubt and fear come that push you to give up easily. Negative thinking has the ability to destroy us. Not recognizing and controlling it makes us lose confidence and the desire to challenge and fight for what we believe in and hope for, and gradually leads us to failure. For this reason, we must learn to manage our thoughts so that we do not become victims. Because managing positive thinking, if we practice it daily, we can change our outlook on life and change our way of thinking to ways of successful productivity. One of the simple and effective ways is to focus on the positives, solutions, and results instead of focusing on the difficulties, challenges, and negatives. Whenever you find yourself in a state of negative thinking, stop and ask yourself, how can I change this idea? Or how to turn it into a successful and positive idea? Students in school are what distinguishes them from each other, distinct from the ordinary. They are simple differences. The ordinary student or the teacher's follower is only a student. But what distinguishes him is his superior and distinguished colleague who draws and concludes his own experiences and does not follow anyone. With us is a strong example of this type, a scientist who illuminated the world for us from his own laboratory. When the school and his teacher failed to understand him and his abilities and assimilate him, the young Edison was often absent-minded at school, with his teacher describing him as corrupt. Edison completed 3 months of formal study. Edison later stated, "My mother made me, she trusted me. Then I felt like my life had a purpose and someone I couldn't let down." His mother taught him at home. His reading of Parker's scientific books as a school of natural philosophy contributed greatly to his education. He also mentioned that he studied qualitative analysis and conducted chemical experiments on the train too. Edison obtained the exclusive right to sell newspapers on the road in cooperation with 4 assistants, where he launched a weekly bulletin called the Grand Trunk Herald. From this work, Edison embarked on many entrepreneurial projects and also discovered his talents as an entrepreneur. These talents eventually led to the creation of 14 companies, including General Electric, which remains one of the largest publicly traded companies in the world. Establishing the first industrial research laboratory in Menlo Park, New Jersey, was Edison's major innovation. The telegraph, quadruplex, is Edison's first major financial success, and Menlo Park became the first institution established for the specific purpose of continuous production and development of technological inventions. An electrical engineering consultant named William Joseph Hammer began his duties as Edison's laboratory assistant, helping him with experiments on the telephone, phonograph, electric rail, iron separator, incandescent light bulb, and other cutting-edge inventions. However, Hammer's work was primarily on the light bulb, and he was responsible for experiments and recordings on that device. In 1880, he was appointed chief engineer of Edison Lamp Works. In its first year of operation, the station produced 50,000 light bulbs, led by general manager Francis Robbins Upton. According to Edison, hammer was the pioneer of incandescent electric lighting. Edison produced a new concept in 1879, a high-resistance lamp that would last hundreds of hours. Before that, inventors had previously produced electric lighting in laboratory conditions, dating back to the incandescent wire display by Alessandro Volta in the year 1800. But Edison's focus was on commercial application. He was able to sell the concept of long-lasting light bulbs to homes and companies through mass production, and also created an integrated system for generating and distributing electricity. The purpose of introducing you to Edison and some of the hundreds of inventions he created is to help you understand what your abilities are. They expelled him from school and said he was a failure. Where are you in relation to Edison's failure? What I would like to say is to create for yourself a series of positive measures that push you forward. Learning, reading books, working on yourself, and reading good books, and following successful authors who have moved towards success. There is the writer Napoleon Hill, Tony Robbins, Norman Vincent. Their writings are not only inspiring, but they also teach you to control your thoughts, manage your emotions, overcome challenges, learn from those who came before you and achieve success. Listen to their advice and learn from their life experiences. This will enhance your positive way of thinking, and this will help you grow more strongly in your personal development. Learning is an essential part of growth. Always remember that success comes from preparing for change and improvement. Some of the mistakes we face are not failures, but rather we learn from them, become stronger and move forward. Always remember that the world needs those who dare to think positively and differently, not only develop yourself, but also help those around you to grow and be creative to become a better and stronger society. Learn how to manage your feelings in the face of situations and challenges. For example, when a person meets a challenge at work and feels that he is a failure or not good. To work, he feels sad and frustrated, and so on. If he looks at the situation from another positive angle and considers this failure or difficulty a challenge, help him. He must improve and develop himself and will feel more positive and motivated to improve himself and try again. Thoughts not only shape emotions but also affect behaviors. So when you make decisions, when you have a positive mentality, you will have patience, confidence, and determination. But if you have negative thinking, this will lead to hesitation, fear, and then failure. And realizing control over your thoughts is one of the most important skills you need to develop self-awareness. Do not allow circumstances or others to control you. An important question. If you fall into confusion, ask yourself, is this useful or not? Does it push you forward or not? Nothing is stronger than thinking. The positive thing is to see problems from an optimistic perspective, focusing on solutions instead of anxiety. Transforming negative thinking into positive thinking is the key to a more active and creative life. You will see opportunities instead of difficulties and challenges. Once you master this skill, you will see that your life is completely transformed. You will not feel like a victim. Look to the future with confidence, the power of your thoughts, choosing the right paths. The life you want, our actions, our choices. People are as happy as they decide to be. Happiness does not depend on external circumstances, but rather is the result of the way you think and feel about life.